today we're going to be replacing 2 hinges on the top oven of a double oven Dacor. This was manufactured several years ago. Today it's 2019. This was manufactured way back in, I don't know, 03. This is model PCS227S as in Sam. And we're going to show you how to take these hinges, lock them down, and remove this door in order to replace the hinges. It's a bit tricky. This is a lot different than the other videos that you see on normal ones. Dacor has some trickiness to it, so. Okay, so you can see the new one, the spring is not compressed and it takes a ton of pressure to make this go there. And the problem people are having is once they lock these clips on either side in order to take the door out, now this arm is compressed as taut as it can. It's got a lot of spring action behind it. And people are saying, well, how do we get this clip off of here once we have it off? And I've read a couple things. Honestly, I'm not sure they're even going to work, but I am going to try and put this on a video because there's no video for it, so hopefully it'll help other people. So what we need to do is when you open your door, you'll have these clips on either side, have the door all the way open and go like this. So it locks onto that. The other side, same thing. So now you want to lean this up, and when you're doing it, there's going to be some resistance. You can push past the resistance, and when you pull it up about right here, when it doesn't go up anymore, grab onto the side, have a helper if you need it, and out evenly, and you see how much that's compressed. Place the bottom of the door on a protective surface as an old throw rug, with the inside of the door facing up at about a 45-degree angle. Place the sole of your foot on the long arm of the hinge. Make sure you have protective shoes on, and push the top of the door towards the floor. This mimics the action used to compress the hinge springs and engage the lock. So let's try it. Never done this before. Sole of my foot. There it is. I'm pressing down. Now I can remove that, and I'm going to slowly lift my foot up, controlling the spring. Do the same to the other side. Put your foot on top of the long part. Pull it down like you're going to open the door. Move the latch out of the way and control the spring all the way. Leave these screws on the bottom of the door. This one is probably for the stainless steel. That's probably holding the hinge in. And we have them on this side too, on the other side too. And then we have this one. We're going to just unbolt all of these so we can just lift this piece of metal away from this piece of metal to expose the springs. Keep track of your, push it down a little bit while you're taking some of these off so you don't mess up. Oh, that one's really good. I'm going to take this opportunity to clean the glass too, because the stains are inside the glass, not on the outside of mine. Like I said, this is the stainless steel. It looks like I've never done this before, but that never stops me. Okay, keep track of your, you can do a diagram, whatever you need to keep track of all of your screws. We have another piece that's holding this piece to this part. So we're going to bust that loose. These are pretty snug. Get it out of there. I'm going to have to jiggle it. Oh, that's a nice long one, so we want to make sure that we know where that guy goes. I have a similar one on this side. Once again, I'm trying to separate this dirty part here from this frame. Support it a little bit because we have the other side off. You can see it moving already. And we're just going to take it out. Alright. Okay, so you can see that this part with the glass is starting to separate. I'm going to get my helper here. Get a helper and just put it down somewhere. Good time to clean all the glass. This part we're not going to be using right now, so I'm just going to move it out of the way. Okay, so all I did was flip it over and you can clearly see the hinges. So here's the replacement part, and here is the other spring. Well, you can see really quickly if you look, the spring that's been in there, see how much looser, how much space is in between these. And that's probably why it doesn't shut all the way. It shuts enough. It doesn't have that nice slam. So because these two parts are identical that they sent me, I'm trying to see what side what goes on because there's no left or right. But I did notice that there's like a cutout area here in this design. And on the reverse, it's more sticking out. The design's sticking out right here. So what I'm doing is I'm just matching that. I'm going to choose this one for this side because this has the design is more inlaid. So I'm going to leave this one on this side. Okay, so I left this screw on when we were separating this piece from the front piece. So I wasn't sure. It wasn't attached to the front piece. So I don't know if this is the only thing holding this on, but we'll find out in a minute. And it kind of feels like that might be the only thing holding it on. Yep, that's it. And so if you look right here, you can see that the bottom of that spring hooks right into this. What I'm going to do is remove the other one. There's the old one. Here's another screw over here. Okay. These springs, the new springs cost about 70 bucks, 80 when you ship them and all that. So once again, you just tilt it up and it comes right out. That's the first time I've ever done this in my life. Very simple. And I noticed it has a D here too. So these are the replacement parts. Here's a new part. Make sure they're both together because you got to put them through this slot right here. So you're going to slide it in here. And just so you know, I thought that latch went right in here. It actually just goes right here. This latch right here, you're sliding it right in here like my finger. I already put the other one on, but let's put this last one on. See how it slides right in there? And then if you look on this side, we got both pieces in there, and we're dropping it down so it can line up with the screw. Now we've got our two new hinges in, and we're going to clean this all up, reverse the order, and I'll tape that as well. Alright, time to screw down the new hinges. And remember, there were two bolts here. This inner bolt on both sides was to hold the faceplate, stainless steel on mine. The outer one is to hold the spring. Okay. Now you're going to be going and making your own. It's going to be super tight at first, but just do it. Make it happen, right? Then do the other side. All right, now I'm gonna clean off this window here because I've never been able to do it since we've owned it. So I just cleaned my glass really good. And I'm just putting on the rest of these bolts. And then we're gonna put the door back on. So if these are up, we're at a 45-degree angle on the floor again, because now we have to compress the spring in order to put it back in there. So flip these forward, and we're going to be pushing this down with our foot, hopefully. Haven't done it before. And once it's all the way down, we're going to latch it. Putting down the pressure, it is a lot of resistance. Lots of resistance. I think we move it back, that's right. Go ahead and see if one of you guys can flip that up. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of weight. They're both compressed. We could try to put it back on. Are you in? I'm gonna lower it a little bit. Does it feel like it's in? Let it go a little bit. Push it all the way down. Flip the tabs forward. Okay, here we go. Is it gonna close all the way? Oh my goodness. Oops. Find out in a minute. Oh my gosh. Really hard to open now. It's wonderful. Yay, we did it. So that's how you repair it. Clean the glass. It's super tough to close, open and close now. Probably get another pair for this one for the future. And that is how we roll.